All right, guys, let's see if I can keep this under 7 minutes. Hope y'all having a good day. Get out of this parking space here. Well, I tell y'all that last video I made, guys, of that clock, that bank clock being 414. When I showed on my cell phone that the time, the time on the cell phone said 409, but the bank clock said 414. Guys, I'm in a whole nother dimension. That's for real. Y'all know it's no way I can pretend to do that. So real quick, guys, if you don't like truth, cut it off right now. We finna talk some truth real quick. So I have lived in Illinois. I lived in New York when I came back from Cambodia for over 2 years, and then here I am now in Illinois, my hometown, Chicago. And so now this is my final summary of living in blue states. First of all, I'm about to get out of here shortly to go back to Nevada. My real home is Nevada. That's where my driver's license from and all that type of stuff. So it's time for me to go back home in a few months, guys. And I'm telling y'all, man, y'all folks who live in blue states, you need to get out of here. This is my final analysis of living in a blue state. You living in a blue state, you living in communist China. For the amount of money they taking from you in taxes, everything you taxed on, the taxes you have to pay at the end of the year, the rising rent prices, home prices, the rising gas prices, and the rising food prices, which really get you, you have no chance to really get ahead in blue states. So what I'm seeing is they done brought so many immigrants into these blue states. And keep in mind, to the Americans, half of them probably living for almost free, right? Maybe some of them don't have cars or anything, but they trying to take your car too. It's like, don't worry about that. If you're an American and you like, man, last thing I have is my car, what are they coming after that next? You got to get out of a blue state, guys. You got to. If you have a home here, you should relocate to a red state. That's my best advice. And I'm not saying that eventually red states are going to be bad too, but let me tell y'all, nothing's worse than blue state. Everything's corrupt, everything. And on top of that, you can't even protect yourself. You're being raped. If you live in a blue state, you're being raped. And that's why, and then another thing too, I've been telling y'all about how all the boys are autistic. Guys, I've been seeing that so much ever since I've been in the blue states. If you have a child in a blue state, you are on a list to be terminated. If not terminated, you're on a list to be dysfunctional, so that you have to be dependent on a state. There's really no such thing as the only people who really got money like that in blue states is people who have generational wealth, or maybe you won a big amount of money somehow. Maybe you have your own business and it's going good, right? If they didn't come for your business during the scamdemic, we know they wiped out a lot of small businesses. Guys, we are on a kill list. Okay, this is not the country our parents live in. This is a total different thing, and that's why these days I'm only interested in talking to people that's talking exactly how I'm talking, because this is not me being paranoid. This is not me being negative. This is not me being low vibrational. This is the truth. If you live in a blue state and you have the opportunity to leave, you need to leave as soon as you can, because this is straight up, this is kill mode. Okay? Targeted individual. If you live in a blue state, every single person in that state, if you're an American, is targeted. The boys are being targeted. Y'all know how many autistic, and then I look at the workforce. Man, I go inside of a store right now, y'all, to get a money order. Every single white male that worked up in there, notice I said white male, every single white male that worked up in there, you could tell was borderline retarded or autistic. Now, you cannot tell me, you could say, well, maybe they just go to the Autistic Institute to get all these people. I don't care what they get. The bottom line is, everybody live in a blue state, everybody live in a country. But I'm just telling you, to get the lesser of the two evils, you need to be in a red state. I'm looking to get back by the end of the year for sure. I have to. I don't have a choice. I can't stay here. I be calling trying to pay tolls that I go through, and when I call and think I paid the whole payment, I'll call back when I know I haven't been through a toll in 3 weeks. And by the way, I've finally figured out all the streets in Chicago. I'm talking about the far western suburbs and how to not go through a toll. When your GPS When you put something in your GPS, it makes you go. It want to makes you go through a toll, and then the function to get away from the toll to take a different route. Oh, they disable that, guys. It's unbelievable. It's enough to drive any sane person insane. If you living in this place and you trying to do everything by the books, this is not our parents' America. If you're doing everything by the books, you're fucked. This is not our. I'll say it again. This is not our parents' America. You think you're gonna save money? You gonna think you're gonna save some money in a place like? I don't care if you work every day. I don't care if you and your wife are working every day. But that's why I think that's why they bring these immigrants over there, and then they give them mostly all this free stuff, and the American is on the kill list. This is what's really happening, and the only thing I can be thankful for is not having no children. And if I was to even have a girlfriend, if she doesn't sit down, I'm talking about from a blue state. If she doesn't sit down and understand what the hell is going on, and follow me, it's like, nice to know you, and I'm out of there. Because if you don't realize living in this blue state that you're on a kill list, something you dead inside. Something's wrong with you. That's the only thing I can be thankful for, guys, is not having children. How can I have children in a place like this? They're gonna I'm not gonna have enough time, right, outside of work to make sure my children ain't, screwed up by the shots, and my boys ain't made autistic. Because the state gonna make you fight tooth and nails to try to make sure your children ain't harmed. I mean, guys, this is not negative talk. This is the truth. This is the truth. I'm interested in having a girlfriend, but if she does not understand what time it is, forget about it. I'd rather do it myself because I'm doing better myself. This stuff is wild, y'all. What I'm seeing is this is a horror show. What I'm seeing, this is a horror show. Okay? And I'm supposed to turn a blind eye to it by going to the next movie they come out with or listening to the next song. I mean, guys, it's like the Titanic ship going down with the music playing.